Ah, yes. The feminine urge to impulsively create an entire cosplay in 1 week. I don't know how I'm surviving this. Hello, beautiful people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. Now, this is not usual content for me, if you've never been here before. I mostly stick to speed paints, visual arts, and talking about my characters. Well, that last thing is staying consistent. I don't normally show my face on camera, but here we are. Today, I've been watching so many Prickly Alpaca, Rachel Massey, and Nerdforge videos that I have decided to impulsively dive into a new cosplay project. I've been wanting to create a cosplay of a character from my book for so long now. It's actually been insane. And I bought all the materials and I decided, let's just do it. Now I bought all of my fabric at my local thrift store in order to not have to buy anything at the fabric store. So I ended up finding, actually this took many weeks, but I ended up finding the perfect fabric for this cosplay. I found a black fleece blanket, which was perfect for the cloak, and a purple color that was perfect for the lining. And plus, I was already making this vest previous to this cosplay idea coming up in my brain, so that was already checked off. Everything else I found at the thrift store as well. A purple button-up, and I already had the black pants. I found at another thrift store, I found tall brown boots that were perfect for the cosplay. Now let's get into the actual process of making the costume. I didn't have any patterns or anything for it because I wanted to eyeball it, and I wanted it to be perfect to the design that I had drawn. So I started with drawing out a cape shape, and I actually had to recut this one because I made it too small and too small at the bottom. But after that was fixed, I had a new one, and it was perfect. And then I did a little measuring with help from my mom in getting the shape, the radius of my neck in order to find how large I should cut it. Spoiler alert! It was way too wide because I don't know how to do math, apparently. But it's alright, I ended up making it work. Now that I had the cape portion and the capelet, I hemmed up the cape, even though I didn't need to because the fabric I used was non-fraying, but it made it look more seamless because my cutting was horrendous. I ended up finishing hemming both portions of the cloak just in time for me to say that I was done messing with my sewing machine because I had a fight with it over a bobbin. I continued the next day with sewing the lining in, which was actually not as hard, except for halfway through I had another fight with my sewing machine because the bobbin ran out and I had to fix it. I don't like bobbins. Anyway, then after that I sewed the cape portion onto the capelet, and I ended up messing up half of it and had to seam rip it out, but I sewed it together after that and it was perfectly fine. And then I sewed the button on and the clasp on off camera. The other thing I had to make for this project involved me going out to get more supplies. I went out to go get some materials to make the gas mask. Now, this was not an old part of Caelum's design, but I changed how the Castian species works. So basically, Castians only can breathe in sulfur, which is the main component of the atmosphere on their planet. So when on other planets, they have to have gas masks in order to filter out the oxygen and put in sulfur. Sci-fi logic, I know. So I decided that I needed to figure out how to do this. I could have just ordered one online, but it was getting too late in the project for me to do this because I procrastinated. So I went out and we went to Walmart, and I found some masks for spray painting and spray painted the mask for spray painting with black in order for it to be the base for the gas masks. And I also got some craft foam, which I used to make the air respirator parts. It didn't turn out exactly, but it actually worked pretty well for the final reveal photo shoot. Just a disclaimer though, if you end up following this, I don't know why you would, but if you end up doing this, don't just wear the spray painted mask. It's made of paper, so the spray paint soaks through and you will be inhaling spray paint. So what I did is I layered 2 of the masks inside each other in order to help me not get high off of spray paint. The final thing that I had for this project was Caelum's infamous hat. Now their hat is a little bit more wide than the average hat, so it was kind of hard to find one. But I ended up finding one at my local thrift store because my local thrift store apparently has everything. It was a good deal with the hat. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted for Caelum's hat. And then I took some of the same fabric I used for the lining to the cloak and sewed it and hemmed it so I could have a ribbon to tie around the hat. I ended up safety pinning it into place because it was being annoying. Now the final part of this project, of course, is the fact that Caelum is purple. So I had to figure out how to do that. I watched many tutorials on YouTube and decided on getting Mehron Paradise face and body paint. It ended up working very well. It was water soluble and all of that. It covered pretty well, and we weren't in direct sun, so it ended up you couldn't see my streakiness. I also ordered a purple wig off of Amazon and styled it into a ponytail like Caelum has. And after that was all done, it was time to put everything together and go see the reveal. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was very much of a struggle to complete, and it took so long to figure out how to put all this stuff together. I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed because of all of the effort it took. But if you don't, it's fine. Just thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting with my content to help it get on the algorithm. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!